giving to my doctor, you know. And 3 days later, after he finally had the time to open it up, that's what it came from him. And then he realized that that was proof there. So I was wondering, was he talking to me about it? Telling me that I'm psychotic? Or maybe he was talking about those dermatologists, that they are psychotic, you know? Because I've got all the proof. What else from proof do you need? Like this stupid dermatologist, you know, like I have to say she's stupid. Because she needed to be kicked in the ass from other doctors to do something. You know, any dermatologist is supposed to help you, you know, do whatever is needed. And not to check you through allergic tests, you know, are you allergic against gluten or this and that, you know, like this is bullshit, you know. And she saw all those scars, you know, and I've sent them hundreds of pictures, and she saw in those pictures, in those wounds, Morgellons. I still have those pictures, and when I look at them today, or like a couple of weeks ago, same thing. Eventually, when I found out about the Morgellons, I realized, hey, these are those parasites. And a half a year back, this dermatologist, I've sent her so many of those pictures, enlargements, that you saw those Morgellons inside of him, you know? Like, look at those clips, those beginning clips in playlist number 1, where they are just those wounds, you know, where nobody has told me about anything. And there you will see also those Morgellons. You will recognize them as soon, well, if you know anything about Morgellons, how they look like, then you will see them. I've seen them, you know, and this is very scary that you have doctors out there who just, it's easier for them to say, well, he's psychotic or she's psychotic, you make a therapy and this and that. This is bullshit. Why are they doing this? You know, might as well, if they're fucking you around like that, might as well, they should prescribe things like Kali, you know? That's what's it called? A tablet, a drug, a tablet, you know, a pill. You take it, and within seconds you're dead, you know? That would be the best solution for us. Or how about those concentration camps, right? We should reactivate it. And when they think these people are psychotic about Morgellons, they should send them there. And they should be there behind the lever, you know, about to activate the showers when you're in it. And see if they have a good feeling about it, if this is right what they're doing, you know, pulling the trigger, something like that, you know. I guess they don't care. They just don't care. You know, it is about mass distinction of planet Earth. You know, like you see those Americans build those statues, those symbols in rock, chiseled in rock, that at least, 2/3 of the population has to be eliminated. Why are these things there when they're not there, right? Lots of bullshit happening out there. So anyways, even if you have a doctor, even if you have a dermatologist where you're going to, and this person still doesn't want to examine you or take a biopsy. It took so long until she took a biopsy. And then, you know what bullshit she told me? She said, well, it said in the paper that I have a super infection. You know, like how much more super is it possible, you know? And I said, yeah, well, don't you check this? You know, a super infection means not only there, I'm everywhere super infection. When I'm taking those crusts off me, what else do you need? She said, no, you're misunderstanding this because I'm psychotic, you know. She said, the super infection was only inside of that biopsy. Should I smack her or should she smack me, you know? What the fuck? You know, what's going on here? How stupid must you be, you know? Information like that you can give a little kid, you know, like little child who's playing here, is 2-year-old, comes here and tells you something like, oh, ba 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 ba. Then they say, yeah, right, you're so funny, ha. Yeah, this is bullshit. This is so much bullshit. It's incredible. But like I said, even if you are you find yourself a doctor or whatever, don't give up. Look for the next doctor, because those guys are just playing with you. You come there, come to an interview. Well, we just take samples. Maybe they don't take any samples. Then if they do take samples, like the two number 8 dermatologists back, I had to take those samples off. And I told her, well, that wound has been cleaned. I've crunched this wound like 6 hours ago. It's still fresh, you know. You're not going to find there anything because, you know, I've destroyed those Morgellons right there. You have to look somewhere else. You know, I told her about scabies, things like that. You know, like I thought these were these because nobody told me. Nobody. They didn't say anything. They said it could be scabies or whatever. But, you know, that's all. So much bullshit is happening. This is incredible. So you have to keep on fighting, eh? Even if you find yourself a doctor, don't give up. Look for other ones. Go to the next one, you know, until you find one that is actually saying, hey, this looks like serious stuff, you know, let me take a biopsy or whatever, you know, we're going to do something about it. And then at the same time, you can say, yeah, this is a great idea. You know, I've been to so many doctors and everybody's bullshitting me. Here, look, these are photographs. Here, I've got a USB stick. You know, you may take a look at it. The better thing would be, I've bought myself this USB stick that you may put into a computer, laptop, or a iPhone. Everybody has an iPhone today, except I do. And then, you know, that's perfect. You stick it into an iPhone and you can look at it, those clips, and immediately what you've got there. You know, if you want, you can download them, whatever, you know, or this person. But this is important to have some proof yourself. Make clips of it with your iPhone microscope, for instance. Or build yourself something like that I did, you know, with the camera and a lens in front of it. You have to turn that lens the other way around, put it steady there, and this works really. Make clips of it, you know, like your camera, like there are other ways to show how to make a microscope with your iPhone, like I mentioned already, and film yourself. Take your time, take a tweezer and take your time filming it. Get some light, you know, get some what do you call it, those headlights that those bikers use, you know, bicyclists and so on, or whatever, floodlight, you know, floodlight. Make many clips until you get the right one, you know, everything has to be perfect, nice, focused. Take your tweezer and work on it, you know, work on it, yeah, work on it. Filming everything, you may talk to it, so they will, eventually when they do watch it, they will recognize your voice, you know, and then make pictures of it, like I did. And that's the proof. You have to walk around with it until you get your diagnosis, or until you get a doctor to wake up and say, okay, that's how I asked my doctor. I asked him, you know, because I went there. Normally I'm very hyper, going to the doctor's office, talking very quickly, you know, because he's got no time. I see how he's walking around, running around in the praxis, you know, here and there. But I'm thinking, like, why should I be hurrying up myself? Hurry up, you know, be so quickly, hurrying up myself so quickly, while the other ones are taking their time. This time I was in a mood, like giving up mood, you know, like this is like, I don't give a shit. I just go to him and I tell him. And that is what I did. I said to my doctor, you've seen the proof, and I need antibiotica. I told him before that many times to check these agriculture bacteria. But he just made fun of me, like, yes, there's so many of them, you know, we don't want to do this. So what the fuck? What the fuck? He doesn't want to? So here I put him into a, what's it called, there's a word for it, like, I gave him a choice. I said to him, okay, it was a different choice to say it. I don't know how to say this. Here's the example of what I did is I came to him, sit down, and I was totally relaxed, and I said, okay, could you please prescribe to me antibiotica against bacteria, you know, these kind of bacteria, or any kinds, something, there must be something out there, you know. And then again, I repeated myself and I said, can you prescribe me antibiotica, or do you not want to? Are you able? Do you want to? No, I'm getting confused here. I said, no. I said, do you want to, do not want to prescribe me antibiotica, or are you not permitted to prescribe me antibiotica? Because they can only do that if they have a diagnosis, right? That's what I thought.